You're all welcome to our live video podcast for tonight. So, what we're going to be focusing tonight here at Summer School is looking at our healthcare awards. So, healthcare will be one of our most popular courses, and obviously, with the ongoing pandemic, there is a lot of work in this area. So, I'm joined by one of our course tutors in the Murray, who's going to talk us through the different healthcare modules, and we're also going to talk through a small bit how online classes work. Um, so in that, I'm going to hand over to you just to kind of give us an introduction. Like up on the screen there, we have our healthcare awards.
Yeah,
So
like so. Hi, everybody. My name is Enda Murray. If you are starting this semester, I will be teaching you care skills and care of the older person. Now, as you can see there, you actually need 8 modules to complete the full healthcare support award, but it is good to start off with the care skills and the care of the older persons because that will give you a leg in the door of any kind of nursing home around there. And then you can kind of work on your work experience and your safety and health at work when you're in a nursing home. So you can be building up those hours. Now, the course does look for 150 hours work experience, but you can do that throughout the length of the course. And I suppose mandatory modules there would be the communications, the work experience. They're done together. Then there's the care support, safety and health at work, and then care skills. So the electives, then you need to look for 3 of them. Care of the older persons would go hand in hand with the care skills this semester with myself. We also have nutrition, and the intellectual disabilities would be another really good one to take on over the summer if you have the care skills done. Then you can also go into the early childhood education and play. You can look at the child development as well and child health and well-being if you want to kind of go into the children's side of things.
excellent. So there's plenty of variety and choice
There's
available.
plenty.
Yes.
Yep, over the
So
summer, yeah.
yeah. So like as we said, we're like we are a campus of Cork ETB. All our classes are completed online. All our classes are live each night. So what we might do in then we might just have a look at the care awards first.
Mm-hmm.
So the care skills and care of the older that you teach yourself. So do you want
Mm-hmm.
to kind of go into a bit of detail on that for us?
Yeah, well, all kind of people do this course because it covers quite a lot of care skills and care of the older person. So you'd have a lot of school leavers, looking for their first job, or you may have somebody who's up to retirement age, they're retiring and they want to go into a different setting. All range of ages come into it. You could have daughters and sons who are caring for a parent at home. They may have a chronic illness, they might have dementia, Parkinson's, a heart disease, or stroke, anything like that. This course covers all of those in depth, so you learn quite a lot about these chronic illnesses. You get people as well, general interest, who just want to know about healthcare and chronic illnesses and care support. And I actually have a few people as well who do kind of complementary therapies like reflexology and stuff that they want to bring in to a healthcare setting, and that's the way they want to go with their career. Um, I suppose if you look at jobs that you get out of it, you'd there's plenty of work that stems from the care home awards, really. So you can go into nursing homes, obviously, into home care. You can go into agencies, and when you get your full award, then you can go into the HSC. So they be hospitals and nursing homes. The disability sector you can go into as well if you take the disability side to it. There are lots of dementia units that would really like the care actually of the older persons award because it covers dementia a lot. You can get multitask attendance, and these would be kind of domestic and healthcare tasks. They'd be usually in the HSC as well. Um, there's the private hospitals and recruitment agencies, as I said, and also volunteering. A lot of people like to go volunteering as well, later on in retirement age.
Excellent. So there's loads of opportunity for employment, and that's what the courses are all about
Loads.
here. And that's
Yeah.
that's the big thing. Look, get your qualification and try and get in the door. But like what we do try and promote is that you do your full award, you know. So this is 2 modules of 8.
Hmm.
Definitely the 2 modules will get
Yes,
you in the door somewhere. But really, for your own sort of professional development and this is your a full-time job going forward, the majority of places would want the full 8 modules completed.
they would. They would.
Excellent. So, and I suppose the other side of this then is obviously we're kind of recommending this to start with because it gives you the foundations and the whole skills that you need when you do go into work in a, say, a nursing home or something.
Hmm. Yep. And it's great because even after the healthcare world, there's loads of kind of opportunities for you to go forward. Like you could go into kind of palliative care, or you could, do social studies or nursing studies further on. It also leads you into kind of social and community or nursing care degrees. You could go into management degree programs. So it's a great stepping stone if you want to go further in your career, which is great for especially, the school leavers who, they come out of school, they may want to mind their grandparents or their parents at home. So they do the care home awards. And then they might decide, after they got the healthcare course done, that they want to go further into their education. And it's a great stepping stone for that. And we do fabulous help for people who want to go forward like that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So that's happening. It's for 10 weeks, and I suppose just to highlight, if you have done, for example, care skills and you want to do care the older, you can sign up for that as well. You don't have to sign up for
Yeah.
two, but the majority of people do the 2 modules at once, so you get the two of them done over the 10 weeks. But look at care support. So care support again is one of the mandatory modules for healthcare. So if you're
Yeah.
looking to get
And
those 8 done, it's the way to go. So what would you say about this one in there? What is kind of what's it all about?
well, it'd be very like the care skills module and the care of the older persons module. I suppose it really looks at the care plan in more detail, and it kind of makes you personally reflect and take a kind of a learning journal as well of your own experience and your own goals that you have in care support.
Excellent. So there's a lot of reflection and looking at that. So definitely it's a good
Mm-hmm.
one if anyone's looking to complete their full award. So next up,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, is a very important one, regardless of, I suppose, healthcare definitely, but any sector that you're in, really, safety and health plays a major part in any organization today. But I suppose, especially with healthcare and the fact with the whole pandemic ongoing, again, this is
Yeah.
obviously a mandatory module. It is needed. So what would you say about this one in there?
Well, safety and health at work, as you said, is everywhere. It covers not only kind of infection control side of things, but also safety and awareness of your back, safety and awareness of falls, um, chemicals, everything like that. This one will cover. So it would be a very good one, right, as well to do.
Definitely, and it's a good one for your CV as well. Obviously, if you're applying for
Yes.
jobs that you've done safety, health, and work, and again, this is over 10 weeks. It's a mandatory module. So again, if you are looking to get your full healthcare award, this is one you have to do.
Yeah, and it goes over all the policies and procedures as well that would be in place, like in the HSC and nursing homes and stuff like that. So it's a very good tool to have going forward.
Excellent. Um, so next up then is work experience and communications. So again, these will be mandatory modules that you need to complete your full 8. And I suppose this is where the 150 hours will come into play in the
Yeah, so there's 150 hours. You can do it in your work placement. They kind of give you a little score. It also involves all your CV writing, how to look for jobs, how to get yourself out there, how you're presented, you're taught how to communicate properly in interviews, how to get the nerves away. It's a really good tool for anybody actually going through, trying to get a job out there, especially at the moment, how everything has gone digital. There's a whole new way of getting jobs out there, all online, all on LinkedIn that you'll be showed. So it's a quite a good one actually. Yeah, work experience and communications, and it'll get your foot in the door somewhere. And a lot of people stay in those jobs, which is great.
Excellent. And I suppose just to highlight, when people are doing the work experience module, they are covered by insurance. So you are covered by the college's insurance. So it's a good way, as in this said, get the step in the door, and
Yeah.
it may create employment opportunities. And again, you're getting 2 modules combined here together. There's a lot of I suppose crossover. So you're getting 2 modules done again out of your full 8.
Yes, and it looks like it's on one night a week as well, which
Yes.
is
So
fantastic.
yeah,
Getting two in the
definitely.
one.
So yeah, 2 and 1. It's the way to go if you are trying to get that full award done. So what we're going to look at now next is some of the electives. Now, obviously, there's more electives than this. So, for example, I know this semester, our January intake, we were doing palliative care, which is actually teaching. We do infection control. We're not running those this semester, but there's other options as we kind of outlined at the start. So, the first one will be intellectual disability studies.
Yeah, so this is a lovely one actually. Intellectual disabilities, you can use that as an elective if you'd like to kind of go towards the intellectual disability sector. Great module if you wanted to go into the disability sector. So that could be places like Cope Foundation or St. Joseph's in Charleville. There's some lovely work there that you can do with both children and adults in the disability sector. So this would be a lovely one if you wanted to go that way. Also, it will kind of bring you into the SNA route. So if
Yeah,
you do
excellent.
this module as an elective, you can kind of swap over to the SNA route as well if you wanted to be in primary schools and stuff looking after intellectual disability children.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Yeah.
that's a nice one.
Yeah, definitely, and like with the whole SNA side of it, it complements it. So if anyone has done special needs assisting or understanding special needs or children with additional needs, this would be an added one, and again, very good for your CV. So again, that's an elective one, very very popular. We have a few more on offer as well. So we have word processing. So obviously this is an elective. It's more on the business side of the world, but maybe there's people out there that like that and they want to explore that. And this would also, I suppose, be an advantage because I suppose it helps you with writing your assignments as well in the other modules. But I think it's a good skill
Mhm.
to have, regardless of what organization or background of employment that you're going to.
Yeah, no, it's very handy, and it's Microsoft Word as well that it's doing. So you get to learn about all the stuff on Microsoft Word, how to make editing, how to do paragraphing, how to, have all your documents presented really nicely. Like, so yeah, it's a good one. Yep.
Yeah, definitely. And like even if someone is trying to get their CV ready, that's an
Hmm.
important thing that you need to know. So definitely, it's a good one if you're into that side of it. And again, it is an elective. So the other option would be for this semester would be nutrition. Again, this is very popular. And I suppose just to highlight from the start that this is not about your own personal nutrition. We get people giving us queries and help desk, is this going to give me a food plan and all that? No, it's the science behind food is what we're looking at here, really. Like you're looking at the whole food science. So again, it's an elective. And again, this would complement into anyone working in the healthcare sector anyway, wouldn't it?
It would, because nutrition is massively important, um, especially with all chronic illnesses and stuff like that. Trying to get the right nutrition together for them if you're caring for them at the home or if you're caring for them in hospital. You have to know about your vitamins, your minerals, all that kind of stuff, all additives, all of that. So it's quite important when you're doing healthcare and to understand what different people can eat. It also goes through all the cultures and what different cultures eat. It's very handy for a person working as a healthcare assistant.
Yes, definitely. So it's very broad, and just to highlight the person that what our teacher or tutor that's on this course is actually has a background in food science. So definitely well
All
worth it.
right.
Again, it's a bit like intellectual disability that you can branch into SNA. Nutrition, you could branch into numerous things. So
Hmm.
that one is an elective, but it opens doors to other employment opportunities as well. Okay, so we're nearly there now, guys. There's just a few more electives. So I suppose what we're looking at here is people that are maybe looking at their eighth module and they want to get something done this semester coming. You can use some of the childcare awards as well, So these would be considered as electives. So there's the early childhood education and play. So I know myself from I suppose over the years talking to different tutors, this is all about looking at play and sort of play therapy, and I suppose you're looking at critiquing toys and all that. So if anyone's interested in maybe working with kids and sort of the intellectual disability side of it, or in even an SNA, it would be a good complement again in there, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Be a lovely course now to do, yeah, early childhood.
Yeah. So
And especially in disabilities as well, that the play therapy is fantastic for the disability side of things.
yes, so it would complement if you're someone that is hoping to go on that route, and looking at maybe getting involved with kids, it's definitely a good option. And there's two other ones in as well. So you've child development, and obviously this is another. If you're doing childcare, it's one of the mandatory modules, but for healthcare can be elective, and you're looking at how the child develops from an early age up to adolescence. So really, again, if you are looking to get into that side of the world, to get your healthcare award with working with children, definitely another good one to go with.
And even if you wanted to work it with the neonatals, like I know in COMH they'd have healthcare assistants, a lot of healthcare assistants down with the neonatals, which would be, you know, the sick babies and stuff that you help to feed them and stuff like that. These childcare awards, that's how they kind of fit hand in hand with the healthcare awards if you're kind of looking after smallies.
Yes, excellent. Um, so child health and well-being, and again, it's similar. Child health and well-being is all about looking at a child. So you go through changing nappies and looking after their health and well-being, how you bath them, and all that side of it. So again, as Inda pointed out there, it just opens another avenue that you may be working as a care assistant in another field. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you think? Is there anything else in I suppose, the whole healthcare side of it? Like, is there anything else from your point? Like, you're teaching healthcare now 3 nights a week at Night School Dahi. What would you say about the course itself as an overall?
Well, it's great. As I said, there was all walks of life that come into the course. There's all different personalities, loads of different people with different experiences, and it's all about sharing the experience. So there's lots of group work, there's kind of fun videos to watch. We've got some really good educational videos, you know, from America and stuff, from nursing training programs, and that we train people up in. So they're very handy videos and very explanatory videos to be looking at. Now, it's not going to be just all videos, it's very live as well. You're going to be in your little groups and you're going to be working with each other. A lot of my students would have WhatsApp groups that they'd be helping each other out on. You'll never be put in the spot or anything like that. I know some people are worried that if, you know, oh, I'm at home, I have kids, or I have a dog, or I have a cat or something that might come screeching, but you're fine. Like all you have to do is mute yourself, and it's fine. It doesn't interrupt the class. Everybody's in the same boat. You know, we're all at home. We're all trying our best. It's
Exactly.
just brilliant that you're even thinking of doing this. It's a great thing to do going forward for yourself.
Yeah, definitely. And like as you said there, this is a new normal. And like what we've done here in High School Dahi, the classes are live. I know some other providers don't do live classes. The classes are live, so you have the interaction. We do
Oh
break
yeah,
people into groups. You still get the interaction. Obviously, the first week or two, you might be a bit nervous because it's new, but after that, it gets very, very normal. So like I suppose that's it from my point of view from teaching as well. In that is that like we try our absolute best to get everyone involved. As if we were sitting in front of you in a classroom. So live classes, and I
hmm.
suppose the other side of it then is if people did miss the class, there is an option to kind of watch recording back at times as well.
Oh, there is, yeah. So we'd have any kind of recordings in class. We work on a platform called Moodle. So you do need to have a laptop if you are doing this course, and you can download Moodle. So all the classwork is up there. And if you've missed the class, you can go in and go through everything that we've done.
So that's a great advantage. And I think what students will be telling us here is that if they, especially when they're doing their assignments, they can look back on what happened in the class, look at the
Yeah.
presentation that we're given, so it definitely makes it that bit easier. Like if you were face to face, you wouldn't have that luxury, of looking back at what happened,
Yeah.
so.
No, no. You'd always be losing sheets or, you know, losing something and wondering what you did that week, and it's all on Moodle. It's amazing. Like the marks, it even shows in the marks, doesn't it, John? Like
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
it's
the
just
grades
so
are
much
excellent.
easier to, yeah, the grades are really, really good at the moment.
Yeah.
And it's all because of
And
Moodle.
yeah, yeah, definitely. So you don't have to look any further. Sign up for a course here. You'll get the best treatment. You'll join a big cohort of students, and like you'll
Hmm.
all be qualified by the end of June as well, which is important. Once the summer season starts, you'll be free on those evenings. And I suppose just to highlight the funding, and this is a question we get every day, there is funding available. So if you are on the pandemic unemployment payment, or if you're on any sort of social welfare benefits, there is technical employment support grants out there. So we'd advise you to talk to your case officers and see if you're entitled to the grant. So then what would actually happen is the course will be covered. So if you have any questions, head to nightschool.ie. You'll find all our
Hmm.
courses there. And I just want to thank for joining us tonight. And we
Thank
hope to
you.
see you all soon. Okay. Stay safe, everyone, and talk to you soon.
Bye.